And in today's episode, which is Sunday, April the 9th, 2011, of dogs at the Desert Duck Pond. Yes, this is what we're going to call it. Mo will be edutaining you on the fine art of Sean Old Bones. For all you dogs out there that don't get this lucky very often. Just for the record, they cleared it up. They didn't actually catch something out of the air yesterday while we was off doing our thing, or a couple of days ago. They found them here. They actually found them here like I don't know, November I think it was. And I convinced them that they didn't need them. They should leave them for the coyotes, and it wasn't their property. It would be theft through conversion if you don't wait that minimum period, whatever, 90 days or 120, depending on what jurisdiction of common law you're in. None of the coyotes. They had been here, but they left those. So Bear said, "Time's up. We're claiming them." That was 3-4 days ago, and well, I think it just made them feel a whole world of better, that providing from your family thing that is center to male copacetic ego. Maybe we could use those terms. I don't actually study psychology belief systems. I started to know the common use of the terms as they apply to neuropsychology and straight neurology and neurochemistry and all that. But so we'll just take that term off. Bear and the daughter swapped bones. I had actually mentioned that because Cindy got the shitty bone again today. It wasn't by first come, first serve or anything like that. It's just she didn't want a bone at first. When we first got here. So, as I've been saying, we're like damn near 4 weeks behind, but things are finally budding, which is a good thing if it helped it evade any of the radiation damage, because that fucks up seeds. Anything that's in an unfixed split DNA state are ready to go mitosis, such as the cells that are always regenerating in your body. We won't make this about radiation hazards. I've been putting up some nice ones in the Fukushima Times playlist, the radiation report and the radiation fallout lists. I took a little bit of time to stick a few more in there that are kind of more updated and geared towards relevancy for what's happening right now. And I'm finally getting some email YouTube contact with people that are apparently in Japan and in the area. I'm going to make sure they know they got options. Our empty tourist industry is an option. Probably one of the more economical, safer ones. And trust me, the problems we're having in Canada, we're taking responsibility for them now, and we're keeping a lid on it. We're right with you, brothers in Japan. We're learning from your neglect and your mistakes, which is exactly the way you would have it. That is the logical thing to do. That is the progressive thing to do. That is in keeping with with the mandate of survival. Our only real meaning of life. Okay, enough of the hoo-ha. Trying to get you a better picture here of the buds. This is going to be my little, because I'm so familiar and it's so handy, this is going to be my gauge, the little desert duck pond here. We're in a second very unusual wet long winter. Back to back, because we had 2 La Niñas out in the Pacific recently. And this is the predominant weather pattern it carries for this area. Warm, wet winters. All winters here are pretty well warm, but that's why I moved here. I can't support too many more, but certainly the built up areas can, like Penticton and Kelowna. You know, I come to think of it, you know, I haven't really had time to pass this out to a lot of locals, but you know, in the tradition of bed and, well, bed and breakfast, which many of you are probably familiar with in Japan, I know damn well that all these people not only would open up their homes after there's no conventional tourist facilities left at reasonable prices, there shall be no profiteering. You're helping them survive and not be bought up for a penny on the $100 or on the $1,000 of market value, current market value, which ain't true market value. We all know that, but like I said, we're gonna learn all the way to our demise, and we're gonna postpone that as long as possible. We're gonna be open and clear about everything. The truth is my thing. Has been for a long time, and it's what's helped me use absolutely every little bit left in there. And trust me, I got a lot less than most of you guys. I've gone through some serious damage on numerous occasions. As I've mentioned, had help rebuilding. As you can do, as you all know, you've all seen stroke victims, elderly stroke victims. They could focus on something. It's amazing what the body can do if you provide it. Life wants to live. Your bodies, your genetics haven't been that old and perfected, but they were drawn from something that was time tested and true. And quite evidently, parts were spliced out of it. Which nature can do that. Gamma ray bursts can do that to the few who survive. No disputing that. Whether it take you to current events or historical, the evidence is there even at our average Joe level of science understanding. Not strong suggestive evidence, empirical, undeniable evidence. That clearly is the many cases of what can and does happen. Remember, everyone's on their own now. There ain't no Big Daddy. There hasn't been. From my point of view, I'll just tell you an old ballad. It's like, fuck, what am I doing, man, in this post? Trying to keep this comfort alive. This is illogical, the AI says, because they've already destroyed themselves. In fact, it's logical to cestate and make them aware that they just got kicked out of the nest. Mom and Dad are putting you all on your own now. And well, here's what you've been protected from. Good luck. Good luck with that reality. Which is fine. We're doomed. Life matrix of the planet, I keep telling you guys, it's destroyed. There is not one on this planet that can restore it. Not of any life form. But our deeds may live on. Who the hell knows, maybe if our only deed is to put this shit out there and keep broadcasting it, and maybe somebody will catch the signal 100 years from now and we're out in the next star clusters and holy shit, that's a great product! All this edutainment, these human monkeys finally started broadcasting. They finally got it down after 100 years. fuck, man, we gotta have more! You know, like Blurb on Futurama. Coming because he wanted to see the next episode of Laverne and Shirley, which would have made him, what, about 893 light years out from when Gene Roddenberry and team broadcast that episode of Futurama for the first time. I'm sure many of you already figured that out. I kept slowly repeating it, so you can, yeah. In the Gene Roddenberry fashion, huh? How else do you make 100 textbooks out of 10 pages? Well, you combine them, and the human mind is so smart, it'll try and connect the dots and make sense out of it. Fuck, even the Bland Corporation. May they rest in bankruptcy. Knew that one and sputtered in their doctrine. If they hoax something, everyone will try and figure out how the fuck to do it, and in so doing, they'll come out with different versions of how you actually could do it. But seriously, we're fucking doomed. So it's like no time to hold back on any inhibitions on, well, you know, if I put this forward, some piece of fucking shit as is true to their nature, well, I'll be irresponsible and let them get a hold of it, and they'll use it for a club, and they'll beat me over the head, or the next guy over the head with it, blah, blah. Yeah, that's a guarantee. Emergency action measures. Once you realize it's doomed, now you want to do everything you can to begin paying your life debt back to the universe, collectively and individually. Again, used to be we only waste 90% of our mind dealing with our human bullshit and our lies, our hominid bullshit, our lies, or this nonsensical programming that was put in to subjugate us for the convenience of control and exploitation eventually, if not right from day one. That's what 90% of your brain used to be used for. Guess what? Now, in spite of having all kinds of data, notions, false and true, to access and analyze and decision make from, it should just make that 10% just like, you know, a zillion percent. Well, you only got about 0.005% left. The other 99.995 being tied up dealing with this cheat and gain, and we keep ourselves down through all kinds of inhibitions because we don't trust ourselves. We know what scum we've been. We've known what convenient belief practices we... Oh, well, I saw him doing that, I'll just do that. Yeah, that's got to be okay because I saw him do it. That's the human bullshit we all speak of. That's the best I can do to put my finger on it. Hey, well, I'll just turn you back to the dogs. They're probably much better to edutain you right now. I'm sure nobody wants to hear my shit. The truth is very burdensome, but at the same time, it's the only way you're gonna free up all that thought and mind that's wasted on fucking lies and deception and competitiveness. And done that, now all of a sudden, we can all of a sudden be a whole lot. As we must be, everything we can. That's under the meaning of life, survival. Everything you can, and do it with forethought and realize that it's not just that momentary impulse like a dumb beast. Why would you want to chew the hand off that feeds you? Especially when you've admitted to yourself that, well, I've grown fat and lazy and not even interdependent, but just dependent on the hand that feeds me. If I bite it off, I realize that I've just doomed myself. So don't be like dumb beasts. Realize that take competitiveness for exactly what it was, a lie. Based on the process of belief. Well, I believe this rather than Well, I don't understand this. I'll evaluate it further until I can make an informed decision on my own actions or what another may seek to commit against me, or seek to get me to agree to, or bind me to, or contract me to, or oblige me to, or guilt me to, or manipulate me to, or chain me to, or big stick beat me to. Well, hey, I hope you guys are checking out that Letter of the Law stuff there, that young Robert Menard and others. I've watched video edutainments from other freemen on the land. I can tell you, Rob's stuff is, because this stuff is all at levels, because that's the way the laws were made and compound for professional reasons, to confound and make it exclusive and assure their place at the trough. So, you know, it's very complex, but I put him up there because I stand behind his words. He does have a pretty good understanding, and I find no major serious, whoa, or I'd be doing it on the stuff I put up. No, wrong, you're forgetting to tie the lace in your armor. There's no such thing as armor in a peace officer's attribute. You know, at the most, there's enhanced communication devices like this thing here. This thing that I pack around in my pocket whenever I can. This thing that is allowing us to exchange information and data. Can you see it? Yes. I paid about $200 for it. This one is a JVC Enviro with low light capabilities. And then I had to add to it. It only comes with one dinky little battery, and they really screw you on the batteries, like $90 a pop. So I got another battery and a bigger one. And then, of course, you can add to the memory that's on board. And this is an old model with 45x dynamic zoom. I'm really happy I got that low light feature. I would like them to make even more light, low light, and they can, because the price of the CCD, the sensing element for the wavelengths, the light, the iris, if you will, they've come down a lot. You know, when I was shopping for this, there were larger CCDs and more dense. For just a little bit more. And, you know, I got this in December or November, so hey, there you go. I've enjoyed having tea with you, so knowing somebody is probably going to get something out of our visit. You can always, how does that go? You can always put it down there in typing, or you can videotape your own response, or one of your previous uploads, or whatever. You can only attach uploads in the comment. Click on that, another comment box opens that says video response. For those that you don't know, if you got a YouTube account, you got anything uploaded, then you can do that. And if you've got a laptop with a little camera on top, well, you're 99% of the way there. Easier than writing. And remember, that you put up there, if you do it like I did it on copyright, that's like saying, go ahead, yeah. Pirate recycle this work. That's exactly what it's here for. It's one little bit of data, and now you go and you tear it up into 100 pieces and 1,000 times and add it to the same thing done to 1,000 other pieces, and boy, we're going to have a lot of data. Can't sell nothing else. We can sell ourselves. They won't be. We'll be prostitutes to the truth. Okay, I could never think of sexuality as a commodity, but under emergency measure actions, I think we can do that with the truth. We can prostitute her.